Imagine biting into something delicious, and within minutes you're fighting for your life. Sounds unbelievable, right? But there are foods out there that can do just that. Hold tight as we count down the top 10 dangerous foods you should never eat. And trust me, you won't believe what's coming at number 1. Number 10. Fugu, the deadly pufferfish. Let's start with the infamous fugu, a Japanese delicacy that might just be your last meal if you're not careful. This seemingly harmless pufferfish contains tetrodotoxin, a toxin so deadly that a tiny mistake in preparation can lead to instant paralysis and even death. Despite the risk, fugu is still served in Japan, where it's prepared by licensed chefs who have trained for years. Even then, it's a gamble. You might be thinking, who would eat that? Well, in Japan, about 50 people a year die from fugu poisoning, and people still line up for it, gambling their lives for a taste of danger. You won't believe what's coming next. Number 9. Casu marzu, the maggot cheese. Next, we move to casu marzu, a traditional Sardinian cheese that's not just stinky, it's full of live maggots. Imagine biting into your cheese and feeling the little wriggling larvae inside. Eating this cheese is a terrifying experience because if the maggots aren't fully digested, they can cause intestinal infections, and they can even burrow into your gut. There have been reports of maggots crawling out of the cheese when people open it, making it one of the most revolting dishes you can imagine. But even worse, it's legal in Sardinia. Hold on, we've got something even worse coming up. Number 8. Ackee fruit, the poisonous fruit of Jamaica. Let's take a trip to the Caribbean with ackee fruit, which could be the last thing you ever eat if you don't prepare it right. This vibrant fruit is part of Jamaica's national dish, ackee and saltfish, but if it's not properly prepared, it can be deadly. The unripe fruit contains hypoglycin, a toxin that can cause severe hypoglycemia or even death within hours. The weirdest part? Ackee is perfectly safe when it's ripe, but if you eat it prematurely, you could be rushed to the hospital with seizures, vomiting, and worst of all, death. What's even crazier is that this fruit looks so inviting. The plot thickens as we move to number 7. Number 7. Raw cashews, a deadly snack. You've probably had raw cashews before, but what if I told you that they could be deadly? They're not technically raw. What you're really eating is a toxic shell that contains urushiol, the same chemical found in poison ivy. Eating raw cashews can cause severe allergic reactions, including blisters, rashes, and even respiratory failure. These cashews are often sold as raw, but they must be steamed or roasted to neutralize the toxins. You might be thinking, how could they sell something that dangerous? Well, the world of food is a lot darker than you think. Stay tuned, the real horror is still ahead. Number 6. Sanokji, the live octopus. If you think seafood is safe, think again. Sanokji, a Korean delicacy, involves eating a live octopus. Yes, you heard that right. The octopus is still moving when it's served. While it's not necessarily toxic, the tentacles can still move, sticking to your throat and suffocating you. This dish has killed people as the octopus lodges in their windpipe. It's served alive, and there are cases of people choking to death while trying to swallow it. The octopus's suction cups can make it almost impossible to swallow, and it can kill you if you're not careful. We're getting closer to the worst food on this list, so brace yourself. Number 5. Pufferfish, fugu, a second round of terror. We can't leave out fugu, and you'll be shocked to know that some people attempt to prepare it at home, illegally. The problem? The preparation process involves removing toxic organs, and if not done correctly, the fish can be deadly. But did you know that there are cases where people have been poisoned by the fugu they tried to cook at home? Imagine preparing fugu in your own kitchen, thinking it's perfectly safe, and then suddenly being paralyzed. That's the horrifying reality for a few brave or foolish souls every year. And you'll never believe the next one on our list. Stay tuned for number 4. Before we continue, let's take a quick moment. Please subscribe, because hitting your subscribe button can give me new motivation to work harder and succeed. If you're finding this video thrilling, you're in for even more shocking truths, so don't miss out. Number 4. Soba noodles, the deadly wheat flour trap. Next, let's talk about soba noodles, a popular Japanese dish. But what if I told you that the wheat flour used to make the noodles can be poisonous if it's contaminated? Wheat flour is often infected with aflatoxins, powerful toxins produced by fungi that can lead to liver cancer over time. What's worse is that many people consume these noodles regularly, unaware of the silent danger. Over the years, hundreds of cases have been linked to liver cancer caused by aflatoxins and contaminated wheat. Imagine eating a seemingly harmless bowl of noodles and unknowingly setting yourself up for a deadly illness years later. But the most shocking food is still to come. Number 3. Rhubarb leaves. Poison in your backyard. Next up is rhubarb leaves. Sure, rhubarb stalks are delicious, but those green leaves? Deadly. The leaves contain oxalic acid, which can lead to kidney failure if consumed. It may seem like an innocent vegetable, but those leaves can bring instant poisoning, causing nausea, seizures, and eventually death if not treated quickly. Imagine having rhubarb in your garden, thinking it's a safe vegetable, only to find out that it's a silent killer hiding in plain sight. You won't believe what's next. Number 2. Cherries. Deadly seeds. We've all enjoyed cherries, but do you know what's inside that juicy fruit? Cyanide. Yes, the seeds of cherries contain cyanogenic compounds, which can release cyanide when consumed. While eating a cherry or two may not harm you, consuming large amounts of seeds can lead to severe poisoning. Imagine eating a handful of cherries, savoring the sweetness, and not realizing you're poisoning yourself with every bite. And you think fruit is safe, right? Well, wait for the shocking truth coming next. Number 1 will leave you speechless. Number 1. The deadliest food you should never eat. Here it is, the most dangerous food in the world. Raw or undercooked meats, especially chicken and pork. Why? Salmonella and E. coli bacteria are often present in raw meat, and if consumed, they can kill you through severe food poisoning. But here's the shocking part. It's not just the meat. Some undercooked meats can contain parasites like tapeworms, which can live in your body for years, causing devastating health problems. In some cases, the bacteria and parasites can enter your bloodstream and cause sepsis, which can be fatal if untreated. It's not just a meal, it's a life-threatening gamble that's happened to thousands of unsuspecting people. So the next time you're about to eat raw or undercooked meat, think twice, because it could be the last meal you ever have. So, which food shocked you the most? Comment below with your favorite, or should I say, least favorite, dangerous food from this list. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more jaw-dropping videos like this one. And if you want to see more top 10 lists of the most shocking facts in the world, let us know in the comments.